Now, on the slopes of Mount Elgon, in Elgon and Chemoge, is a place where children and families face a reality of special needs, from mentally handicapped children to autism, Down syndrome, ADHD, and cerebral palsy. Many of these children go to school without what most may take for granted, and in the pockets of the difficult terrain, 6 out of 10 live below the poverty line. There's only one special school in the region at Kopsiro, but here there are teachers determined to give them an education. KTN's Dorcas Wangira observed children with special needs at special units in Chemses and Chemusus primary schools and brings you this report.
The southeastern slopes of Mount Elgon mask a common struggle, but behind the mountain are untold stories of children born different, children born special. To some, they're labeled cast and left hidden. Many of their parents, most single matriarchs, know they don't just need new names, but people to help and understand their story. The gates of St. Susan Chemses Primary School in Chemoge, Mount Elgon are always open. Up until January this year, there were no special needs teachers here. The headmaster, Philip Barikacho, registered a special unit with a regular classroom.
Madams in charge of this, they went in the rural looking for those children, brought them here, and teachers were very happy to receive this kind of children in the school, and even other children, the normal ones.
In the same class, there is a continuum of age and handicap. A 5-year-old Victor Ndiwa has spina bifida and a loose bladder, 2 3-year-old sisters with paraplegia and weak motor functions. There is a 12-year-old with hyperactivity, a 19-year-old with ADD, 4 17-year-olds with low vision, mental handicap, hearing and speech impairment, 2 late teens with multiple challenges of epilepsy and physical handicap. 20-year-old Sheila Boyo is mentally handicapped and has hearing impairment. The special unit class at Chemses Primary School has 19 children. Well, the beauty of this place is that they're siblings who learn together. That way they are more comfortable, and they learn both in English and their mother tongue, Sabaot. We have Collins and Carlos. Chamune? Chamage. And we have 3 brothers. There's Korir, we have Leonard, and Elia. Elia, Ichame Asumen? Ichame Asumen? Well, and we have sisters. There's Michelle and Tabitha. Tabitha has motor problems and she cannot walk. This abacus is one that she loves to learn mathematics. Tabitha, nisaidie kwa sababu hapa. Moja, pamoja.
Moja.
Moja. Mbili. Tatu. Good girl.
We have a child like Elia Rotich, who used to be so withdrawn. He was very antisocial, but for now he's friendly. The parents, to some extent, they are supportive, but their support is a bit minimal.
There are 3 teachers here. It's not just the lack of classes, specialized learning material and infrastructure that's the challenge. They have to improvise material and add value to the curriculum with skills such as goat keeping and beekeeping. Integrated education with regular children is encouraged to build social skills.
The ministry also are fighting that challenge of having a school fairly equipped. Actually, that grouping them together is not right. But there's one thing that we are having as a ministry. Is it better for a child to be at home or the child to be in school and they are crowded? So to me, them being in school, we have solved up one problem of access.
Ideally, and according to the District Education Office, children with special needs require a 1:5 teacher-student ratio. Cerebral palsy demands a 1:1 ratio. But staffing versus enrollment when it comes to special needs is a nationwide problem, not just in Mount Elgon. The situation is dire, with only 67 public primary schools and 14 private schools, 114 ECDs including feeders. There are only 18 special units in primary schools and only 1 special school for the mentally handicapped in Kaptora. Capitation given by the ministry is 1,300 shillings plus an extra 3,000. At Chemusus Primary School at Elgon, a class for the special unit happens under this tree, a slender trunk with branches that don't travel far. The unit was registered in 2014. Sharply juxtaposed with the classes besides it, it pales. But for the 17 children in this class, it is everything. 12-year-old Joshua Koske is mentally handicapped, but he is a master of the abacus. You can't tell that Joel is 15 because he is stunted in growth, the youngest 5, the eldest 16. There is visual impairment, mental handicap, and intelligence handicap, which means that it takes twice as much effort for them to learn and understand. This school was dealt a great blow when their teacher Celestine Mungao died in a tragic accident. The district education office sent Esther Muchomo here not just to help the children cope, but teach them. They need a feeding program, furniture, a practical and vocational curriculum as opposed to a rote learning one, and facilities such as toilets. And those locked up and in home-based learning need someone to reach out to them.
They are stigmatized. Some of them, when you go there, when they look at you, they just cry and they don't wish you to leave them. There is hope. There is hope if we can get well-wishers who can at least provide us with the materials, at least we get a boarding school here, then these children will lead a normal life just like the other children.
The parents, after getting that we went to them for these children, they left their responsibility fully to the schools. And I feel that we are still sensitizing them to get to know that the children are just like any other child. Upon the Minister of Health to come up and get us assisted, and also the Minister of Education, because up to now the Minister of Education has a very short hand on special needs education.
Our biggest hope for the SNE children is for us as Mount Elgon also to develop a secondary school, because children with special needs learn better in a familiar environment.
There are no private children, there are no public children. We are told that for as long as this mountain surrounds this place, all the children need to have equal right and equal access to education and opportunity. Dorcas Wangera, KTN News, Mount Elgon, Bungoma.